This video has been made possible by ENPAD, the European Network for People of African Descent, and the Open Society Foundation.
Over the 2 years now, we've seen the importance of the meetings and also strategy sessions. This time our focus is on structure, and not only finding a structure but really thoroughly thinking towards a structure that also corresponds to our cause, which doesn't have to be something that we've learned in school or university, but that can also be something that we have learned or not yet learned from our ancestors. And on top of that is, of course, the visibility of communities to communities from the different countries, and putting emphasis and growing the connections that have been made since the first network meeting.
But production-wise, like the way you're
What is important for us to have this space as ENPAD is that, first of all, it's a unique, common Afro-descendant space to talk about our issues, our priorities, our hope, and that is really linking Afro-descendant people, Black people from every countries of Europe where they are. We are most of the time very isolated in our little spaces, and this is really a moment where we are able to share context, to discover each other's context.
I think the European Network for People of African Descent is really important because it is bringing Africans from all over Europe together to talk about issues that's affecting us. And it's really important that we stand in solidarity with each other and support each other's causes, and that's how we can bring about change.
The network is an opportunity where let's say the organizations and people can have a chance to share their experience, providing information that can be crucial, that can provide a good, let's say, response to the African community, Black people that in this situation in Europe are facing problems of discrimination. So it's a good tools and space where the representatives, different kind of people with different skills, different competence can come together, find a common solution that can benefit African Black people or descendant of African based in Europe.
knowledge.
We need some sort of network and backbone, among PADs across the world, because we are experiencing some harsh circumstances. And anyone that looks at the data can tell that, we're at the bottom of the economic ladders in every major nation that we find ourselves in, and then in the West, that is. And then we're at the same time we're experiencing discrimination, hate, speeches against us, and stereotypical images being used against us and our kids. And then you got police violence, violence from private groups like the KKK in the U.S. or here the Nazi Party, in Europe. They're rising up everywhere. Then you have the right-wing political parties being able to say whatever they want to say about immigrants. And what people don't realize is that PADs actually, when people talk about immigrants, PADs are some of the most vulnerable immigrant groups because of that lack of networking.
The ENPAD network, so the European Network of People of African Descent, is an important convention for the HERO, especially because we meet people from all around Europe who struggle with the same issues in their local countries, and we can learn from them, and they give also us some empowerment of our own struggle here in the Netherlands. And not only that, working together and also meeting them opens up a bigger network that even extends beyond Europe actually then.